Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Layman's Terms, your source of ignorance and drunken banter. The show that knows that Mr. Belvedere actually sat on his balls. Um, it's the end of September. It's officially fall. I said in multiple shows, I love fall. I really do. I gotta change this up for a bit. That's not too bad. Okay. I love fall. Right now, it's a great time. The Philadelphia Eagles are undefeated in the league. That makes me very happy. That hasn't happened since 2014? I don't know. Anyway, uh, so basically all this month I'm going to be talking about horror movies. But to really get into the spirit of Halloween and all that great stuff, Hocus Pocus 2 came out today, and I watched it, and I have to say, I was really pleased with it. I really loved it. A lot of fan service, a lot of callbacks to the original movie. They didn't have the three kids in the original movie, like the guy and the girl and the sister. It would have been cool to see the sister just walk around, just make a cameo. That would have been awesome. Um, the sisters are back. Someone likes the black candle, and the sisters come back, and hilarity ensues. And honestly, they look great. Really, they look fucking great. Bette Midler was astounding. Sarah Jessica Parker looks great. The other girl, I don't know her name, but she was in a ton of movies. She's a character actor. She was in Mr. Mom. She was one of the wives of Mr. Mom. I don't know her effing name. God damn, I don't have my other phone on me, so I'm not a bitch. Anyway, they look great, and they did a great job of just, they haven't lost touch. This is going to be some spoilers, so if you want to stop this video right now and then go watch Hocus Pocus 2 and then come back, you can. I'll give you a head start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, spoilers. I don't know the girl's name, but it's her birthday, and every year she does a spell right in the middle of the woods of where the witches actually denounce their faith of God. They cast a spell. They light a black candle, but then the black candle stays lit. Obviously, a virgin has to light the candle on Halloween night. They come back, and they're great and everything, and the girls, there's two of them, they trick the sisters to, instead of stealing souls from children like they do to stay young, they go to Walgreens. You can just buy souls. What are you talking about? Like, buy souls? All right, cool, let's buy. Man, they're drinking all this beauty shit. It's funny. And there they get the brooms. So Winnie gets her broom. Sarah Jessica Parker gets a what's it called? What are they called? The spray mop thing. That thing, and then the other one gets the two dustbusters, the two robot dustbusters, and she flies like that. It was just funny. They actually use a lot of salt. Must have been a callback to Supernatural because they use salt all the time. Like, if you watch that show, you'll get cholesterol will raise 4 points in the amount of salt they use that fucking episode, or movie, or series for that matter. It's just a lot of callbacks. Like in the first film, they sing at the Halloween party where the parents are at. This time they sing at a lookalike contest. But there's drag queens involved. I thought that was great. That was truly hilarious. Then they do a dance scene, and they're trying to find the mayor because they need blood. They want to live. They want to live forever. It's not about living forever. It's just about they want to stay that way forever to exact revenge on everything else. I'm telling you just from memory. Okay, I just watched it maybe a couple hours ago. Um, and there's a shop owner that owns the old cabin of where the sisters lived. So they walk into the cabin like, we're home, and it's all just merchandise of them. Like they have journals of the book with the fake eye in it and everything like that. He actually has the book, and it's a callback to the original film. That kid, he was trick or treating and he saw the Sanderson sisters flying overhead, and he just got obsessed with them. So that's why he owns the cabin, and they put a spell on him to gather everything they need for this one spell so they can destroy Salem. We'll say that. If I'm doing it wrong, go watch the movie. And that guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Of course I don't. I didn't write everything down. I watched it with my family. Come on, man. I just watched it once. So, and the Billy Baggins, yeah, he's back in the film, and it's the same actor. The same actor who does that. He did the original Hocus Pocus. He is a very good character actor. He was Abe Sapien in Hellboy. Played a lot of different roles. He was the creature in the shape of water. Really good actor like this, like moving his body and contorting. Um, if that's not a form of acting, then you need to give him all the Emmys because he is that fucking good. And a bag of chips. And a whole truckload of bag of chips. Come on now. Um, but I'm not going to tell you what happens. But there's a really good message at the end. You see that Winnie is almost humanized at the end of the film. Um, she gets the spell casted, but she didn't read the warning um, of the pages of that spell, which was it takes away the thing that you love the most. And what she loves the most, when she loves her sisters. That's the message of the entire movie is just your sisters or siblings. We'll say that. Um, yeah, so they start to fade, and she's like, "Hey, listen, I need your help." She talks to the girls, and it's like, because she's a witch too, so she casts a spell so Winnie can be with her sisters. Very sad ending, but kind of happy because they're all going to be together, and they can't be conjured up again by no virgin lighting a black candle. You know, but yeah, that's my take on it. I liked it. Go see it. I'm telling you right now, it's good. Like I said, a lot of fan service. Um, but yeah, I that was definitely worth the wait on that movie. Um, but yeah, uh, what else? I knew I was going to talk about Halloween stuff. It just escapes me right now because it is late. Is 11 o'clock. Because I know I wanted to talk about some form of horror movies. I can just go into a timeline real quick if you want me to. It all started, um, in my opinion, um, Humpback of Notre Dame, and then from there, horror just really took off with the Universal monsters. Like Dracula, Wolfman, Frankenstein, and everything like that, Universal, and it really paved the way. It really put Universal on the map. Um, from there, I feel that it split off from the general horror movies that really was kind of fading during the 40s and the 50s, and it gave birth to new sci-fi horror movies when they developed the atom bomb for World War II, and then you see all these giant um, insect movies and drive-in movie theaters. I mean, there's some cool classics there. Don't get me wrong, but they're just like it's not really a true horror fan would say as horror. I'll say that. It's more like for drive-in movies. Just let's go see a giant tarantula. Fine, something you see on Svengoolie. Um, when Hammer came around, I feel that the Hammer films brought it back to that original horror aspect of Frankenstein and Dracula. You know how many times Christopher Lee has played Dracula? Fucking a lot, man. Vincent Price played Dracula at least twice, and he always had a mustache. Dracula had a fucking mustache, and guess what? He did a great fucking job doing it. Um, I don't want to see. There's a notification that showed up when I'm recording a movie. What the fuck? I don't give a shit. Um, and they're from the 60s and the 70s. You're talking about maybe Italian horror. I don't know any Italian horror. I really don't. I know Serpicara. That's about it. And I don't even watch the movies. And I should, really should. That's something I should dive into. That Italian horror. um, in the 70s, we gave birth to more more of the occult movies. Rosemary's Baby, The Exorcist, The Omen, everything like that. And when 78 came around, of the birth of the slasher movies with Halloween, John Carpenter really paved the way of the whole slasher franchise, or the movement of the 80s. And the 80s were a great time to watch horror movies. They came up with some serious great shit. The remake of The Fly, the remake of The Blob, the remake of The Thing. The Thing was great. Okay, and I've said it on the show a million times that in the movie theater, it almost killed John Carpenter's career. No one really got it. Years and years later, it's a cult classic, and the special effects still hold up. I don't care anyone tells me. Um, I did forget George A. Romero, Dawn of the Dead, and I saw that movie in a Mount Holly prison on the campground in uh, uh, the yard. That and Rocky Horror Picture Show. I gotta talk about Rocky Horror. That was great. I wish they would do that, because I would definitely go. I fell asleep in the courtyard with my buddy watching Night of the Living Dead. It was awesome. I would love to do that again. Um, and then you gave the 90s. 90s were trying to grasp on that whole um, slasher horror movies, and they gave birth to like Chucky and Candyman, uh, all those movies. If you agree with me, great. If not, hey, leave a comment. Hey, you missed this, you missed this. I'm doing everything from memory. That's it. I don't have anything written down. That's it. That's all I got. So, um, in the 2000s, you had 99. You had this Scream movie with Wes Craven. That was just perfect. That made a lot of sense. That really turned a movie franchise exhibiting other horror movies, other genres. Um, but yeah, people still love Scream. Um, and then from there, you have Key and Peele, Jordan Peele, doing his movies of Us. I saw bits and pieces of Us. I saw another movie. I don't know what it was. Anyway, um, but I think it's going in a decent direction. The last really recent horror movie I saw was Life After Beth with Aubrey Plaza. She gets bitten by a snake, and she comes back to life. But as you watch the movie, you see it's going to be a zombie apocalypse. Just the way she's acting, the way other people are acting. Yeah. Um, but I like Aubrey Plaza. I think I think she's a good actress. Um, but yeah, that's all I have. If you want to suggest new horror movies for me to watch, because I like what I like. That's it. that's all my horror movies. Like I showed you in the previous episode. You know, I did not know that they wanted to do a remake, a sequel to My Bloody Valentine, and I would have loved to see that one. But I feel that it's a one and done. Um, Not like the Friday the 13th or the Nightmare on Elm Street, Evil Dead, those kind of movies, Halloween, Chucky, Candyman, Scream, um, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that came out in '70. I didn't know they were cannibals. Did not know till someone told me. So you know they're cannibals? No. Then why in the last scene do they have an old man try to hit this girl with a rock? Come on, Grandpa, come on. Like, dude, you're fucking hungry. Just eat the girl. Jesus Christ. So, speaking of cannibals, they Netflix took off Dahmer. I haven't had a chance to watch it, and I never will. I heard it was slow, and I heard it was boring. If you want to listen to the full documentary of what happened, of what Dahmer did, Sofa King podcast, Jeffrey Dahmer, just check it out. They would go into great detail. I forgot that he wanted to build a throne of bones. Forgot he wanted to do that. Really fucking creepy guy. And the LBGTQ community took it down because he apparently drugged his victims at a bar. The same way it happens now. Very, very unfortunately. I don't want anybody drugging me. I don't think anybody wants to drug me. I'm fat. I'm hard to kidnap. Used to be a kid. Well, I gained a lot of weight. So. But I feel that's it. Please like and subscribe to this video. Again, all month of October, horror movies. I think next episode is definitely going to be Rocky Horror. It released in theaters 1975 on September 25th. Yeah, I got to do that next week. I did it once before, and I definitely have the notes, so it's just like a retrospect of Rocky Horror. I love that fucking soundtrack. Holy shit, it's a great soundtrack. But go check out Hocus Pocus. Please like and subscribe to these videos. Like and subscribe to the Red 5 Network. They're right here. Other shows on the Red 5 Network, they'll be more than happy to have you. You don't even have to like Star Wars. Darth Olivia. Okay, cool. You know what a lightsaber is? No? Oh, I'm going to show you. Cool. Like and subscribe. Have a good weekend, guys. I'll talk to you later. See you next week.